My name is Nankhoma. I am from Manchondo village in Kasese, Malawi. You asked me to tell you about a significant day in my life. My story matters, you said, but I'm not sure you are right. My story is mundane, feminine, poor. But since you insist, I will play along. I will tell of a day I learned I can be deceived by those I love. The day I was reminded there is only so much I can control in this life. The day I chose gratitude instead of anger. Like all mornings, I woke up before the sun rose. The air was chilly and fresh. I needed water for my family for the day. It takes an hour for me to gather water at the nearest borehole. My friend Cecilia. In a village our size, everyone has known each other since childhood. She had my Yankho pass her university entrance exams. I was so proud of my daughter. Finished with secondary school, eligible for university, on the path to become a doctor. Cecilia wondered how we would pay tuition. To be honest, I asked myself the same thing. But to her, I spoke confidently. We would find a way. We are lucky to have clean water now. Just months ago, we drank from an open well. My little ones got so sick, I was worried I would lose them. Now, thanks to some sponsors from far away, we have a new borehole. It is one less stress. I knew Yankho was up already gathering firewood. She would help me with the kids. I named my firstborn Yankho because her safe birth was an answered prayer. In many ways, she is still our answer. Yankho was 10 years old when she decided she wanted to become a doctor. My son Chimwemwe was sick with malaria. He had fever, headache, and nausea. He couldn't keep down his food or water. Yankho was scared for her brother. She came with me to the clinic, watched the doctor prick his finger, stood in line with me for his medicine. Chimwemwe was back to himself in no time, and Yankho was at school studying harder than ever. As a girl, I was nothing like Yankho. I never cared for school. I didn't understand its importance. I wanted only to marry the village's best farmer, someone with a little more land than my family. I placed all my hope for a better life in boys. I couldn't think ahead longer than the hunger season. I wanted to stop worrying about food. Now I tell all my children, education will feed you when I cannot. Being a firstborn, Yankho has always been a responsible big sister. She looks after her siblings and sets the right standards. I told Yankho soon she would be back to school too. My Yankho got it in her mind that she might not go to the university. How? I don't know. She told me her dreams couldn't be achieved. But she worked for this. I thought we agreed. Why was I just now hearing about her doubts? It is in these moments that you question your relationship with your children. Once a part of you, the cord cuts, the bond breaks. They forge a path of their own, whether you are ready for it or not. My biggest shock that day came when I was at the market. I was buying dried fish for lunch. I always made sure that when my kids knocked off from school, they found their lunch ready. I didn't like when they ate at other homes. I didn't want people to think we didn't have enough to feed our own kids. Everything was more expensive than I hoped. I needed to save money for my husband to go to the clinic. He could be treated for free if he asked, but he was too proud. He wanted to pay the fees so that others could go for free when they needed to. I wondered if school fees would also increase. How would we afford all that life prepared for us? Nagama's daughter was the same age as my eldest, Yankho. Our daughters have been friends since the womb. Nagama asked me about Yankho's boyfriend. Boyfriend? I started to feel woozy. Yankho had never mentioned a boyfriend. I had never met a boyfriend. To understand this day's story, you must understand another story. I was 17, about to enter my final year of secondary school. It was summer. I spent all my time with the young and handsome Ganizani. He told me he wanted to build me a house. We'll be rich, he said, always grinning. I swear his teeth sparkled. When the morning sicknesses started, my mother knew before I did. I couldn't continue with school. In a way, I was relieved. I wanted a life with Ganizani. No one was too surprised. My fate was the same as many girls my age. Ganizani became a good husband, but we did not become rich. I got my house, but it was humble. Times remained as hard as they were when I was a girl. We had always dreamed of a different life for Yankho. A career, an income, a chance to use her smarts for good, to serve her community. But a boyfriend? I worried Yankho might not be different from me after all. It pained me now to think my daughter might not realize her potential. You can see how efficient she was with her father, how caring. She would make an excellent doctor.
ine pachona nona ndinapita kusika nde kusika kona pazonena kuti iweyo uli ndi chibwezi uona kuti zikhala bwanji ndimene ukhoza maiso Yankho una ndiona usapenye kumbali
Yankho, I told her, will you throw away your future for some boy? She said this is why she didn't tell me. She knew I would react this way. I didn't understand. She had accomplished so much already. She could go to university. But what if I don't want to? She wanted to know. She thought she owed it to me and her father and her siblings to stay. I couldn't hear it. I didn't want to. How will you pay for university? She asked me. She said, we don't even have enough money to send the kids to school. And who would take care of father? I told her, me, I would take care of my husband. When? She wanted to know. When I was also working in the fields? When I was cooking? When I was fetching water? I told her I would figure it out. I didn't want our situation to keep her from her dreams, to keep her stuck here like us, poor and struggling. She told me she was not me. She wasn't going to get pregnant anytime soon. She just didn't want to leave her family when they needed her. It took everything in me not to cry right then. I hated that I couldn't give my daughter more. I didn't know what would happen to us. I didn't know if Yankho would ever go to school, when or if my husband would heal, if we would grow enough food to stay healthy this season. My story isn't much, I told you. A significant day? I have only this. But I will tell you something. I was proud of my daughter that day. Maybe she would not become a doctor as we had dreamed. But when I let go of all I cling to, I saw her here with us, gently caring for everyone around her. My Yankho is not only smart, she is generous. Wanting more than I had led again and again to disappointment. I started praying a different prayer then. Zikomo, I prayed. Thank you for my hands, feet, back, for this roof, this meal, my daughter beside me, this family born of love, the moon, soil, rain, for the heart or spirit, whatever it was, that moved us forward, ever forward, even when hurt. I am grateful for it all, ndimayamika mu zonse.